Hello. Oh, I didn't even. Wow, it's been so long. I forgot to do the starting soon screen. Should really let people take a moment to come in. In fact, I think I even need that moment. 1 second. Hello. Hello, hello. It has been a while since I've done a live stream. Hello, Kenito. Bench Toad. Bench Toad. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Dreamboat Alley, hello. Thank you. Thank you for joining. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. It's been actually just checking everything. How is everyone doing? Hope everybody is doing well. As the name of the stream implies. Tell Jesse something. I wanted to make a stream tonight talking about my brother Trevor. Talking about my brother Trevor. Yes, I did. That's a whoops. Let's check in something. That's a hi, Dad. Really appreciate you can make it. Checking out. I was talking about Trevor. Just giving everybody a moment to check it out. Everybody I messaged. Hope I'm coming in clearly. Microphone and normally I have a game set up already, but tonight I wanted to talk about something different. It's good to see me like back, bro. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I thought I was more prepared to talk about this. It's kind of breaking up a bit. Oh no. What can I adjust? Goodness. So, is that better? Seems good now? Oh, okay. Also might have been mumbling. Little scuff? Okay. I thought I was more prepared to talk about this, but I feel it would have been strange to try and live stream again without talking about it. What? I should. I'm sorry, I'm also unlining. So I want to talk about my brother Trevor. He was unfortunately taken from us far too soon on June 27th, 2025, from a motorcycle accident. And it really, yeah, thank you. It feels like it happened just yesterday. So it's hard to talk about it too much without getting a little too emotional, but that's not a problem. It's just hard. But I honestly thought it'd be fun to talk about the games that he and I would play as a kid. A bunch of my retro collection actually came from him, to be honest. Some fun stories. It's like because he was an electrician, so and honestly, he wasn't really much into gaming. Like after past a certain age, like that, but yeah, he was an electrician, and especially years ago, he would work in condemned homes, and there would just be stuff just left in condemned home that people just they weren't coming back for. Really wasn't a priority. One man's trash is another man's treasure, after all. And like there were a bunch of, on more than one occasion, some retro gaming consoles that were sitting there, like an Atari 2600, Sega Dreamcast, an old Game Boy Pocket. And he would have just left them there, but he knew I liked to collect retro games, so he picked them up and grabbed them for me. And they all still worked. It all still worked out really great. Because he liked video games. He just really couldn't sit still long enough to really get through a full one at a certain point. And especially when we were kids, he was extremely dyslexic. So that made it a little more difficult to enjoy certain games. So a lot of his games that he enjoyed were pretty much just action-based games, which is cool, which is fine. And I was going through my shelf of games, and I thought, there are certain games that I think of when I see him. When I think of him, I think of immediately. When I see the games, I'm like, oh yeah, Trevor and I would play that. And I grabbed like a stack, and I guess I'm gonna start from the newer, so to speak, to the oldest one. And then at some point tonight, I'm actually going to play our most nostalgic game that we played when we were kids. But my brother, Trevor, he loved all kinds of vehicles, from snowmobiles, motorcycles, anything that went fast, vroom, vroom, anything that can make him just want to go, 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 go. And these games, when I see these, I think of him immediately. These games are called the ATV Off-Road Fury 1 and 2. And how we discovered this game was we were at the orthodontist's office. The orthodontist had a PlayStation 2 in the waiting room. And they had this, I guess it was just this one game, but it was fine. It was fun, and it was just a good time. Just a fun little racing ATV game that every once in a while he and I would pop and play together. It was an okay game, just a good fun memory, to be honest. But that was all just driving. Come to driving games. He was a big fan, of course, of the Grand Theft Auto games. Anytime he would pop us in, driving cars and shooting stuff. What more could you want for a young teenage lad? And I think our father made a point to be like, when he got into GTA, it's like that's when he started driving a little reckless, or I'll try to lose the game. But one game series that would define what stuff he liked. He really enjoyed, of course, the Resident Evil games. But the specific Resident Evil game that I think of when I think of him, because I remember him playing a lot, of Resident Evil 2 on the N64. I was too little for this game. He would play it, and I would watch him, and I would watch what I could. But honestly, GTA birthed your love of driving. Yeah, I think that GTA birthed the love of most people driving. Honestly, driving or shooting. And in Resident Evil's case, it was a little bit of the shooting, but you know what? Whatever kept it in the game, you know. Whatever means you didn't go out driving recklessly or doing anything dangerous to real people. It's all in the game. Makes it all just fun. But those are games that he would play that I usually would just like watch. Oh, absolutely, Resident Evil. In fact, I have his hat. This was according to the Umbrella Corporation. I have a little shrine to this with his picture and some stuff, which I'll add to. I have more things that remind me of him in time. Of course, going back. Of course, one thing we played a lot of Super Mario World. He was, of course, always player one. He was Mario. I was Luigi. Of course, and but this was really tough. Really tough. And our dad was the one who ended up beating this game. It's because we were not very smart or clever at that. Not very clever on time, but that's what made it inspiring. That was what made how we always had games growing up as a kid. Our dad was also into it, which made it really easy to understand. I remember when we got into the N64, he took one look at that 3-pronged controller and he was like, "Nope, I'm done. This is all for you kids." And for the N64, another game I think of, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And it's like a lot of soundtrack love from this game. But yeah, this is one game that made us think we could all go outside and skateboard, along with the show Rocket Power. Yeah, he would love. Oh man, he was there. We were all there for the early '90s shows, like Rocket Power and SpongeBob. We were all that same generation where we could just quote one episode of SpongeBob at each other. We would know what it would mean. Oh, I'm so sorry. I dropped frame detected. Huh. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm just getting a notification. No. Am I coming in okay? Well, a little choppy. Is everybody coming? Is everybody hearing this? Or it's probably like a delay, to be honest, of a few seconds, not gonna lie. That's what happens when you don't stream for a long time. Suddenly everything goes... There was an update and everything's now a little different. But I'm sure this will be fine. But another game that we would play a lot. We would play a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, and Sonic and Knuckles, The Attachment. These games were fantastic back in the day. Ah, the chat's just like, oh, okay. And I don't remember either of us being particularly good at this game, now that I'm really stopping to think about it. But that is honestly okay, because the one game out of everything I saw on my shelves that hands down reminds me of spending time with Trevor and my dad was playing Vector Man for the Sega Genesis. Oh, okay, the chat lights the screen a little bit. Oh, okay, I see. But Vector Man is such a fun game. Oh my god, it's the music in that game. I think that really helped maybe early define my brother's taste in music. sounds like a lot of electronic house style. Like, true to be told, if you were a DJ at a house party or even a rave or whatever, you could put on the Coot Loot. Thank you for the following, bro. Really appreciate it. Oh, it's actually, I think that's my boy Jason. And the thing, this game has one of the most amazing soundtracks of any game. That I could just stop and listen to this game for hours. And if you were a DJ at a house party or a rave, you can put on this soundtrack, and it would work. Nobody would stop this, and everyone would be like, "Oh my god, keep this going!" And I'll probably play the game in a little while to keep it going, to show you what I'm talking about. But those are just fun gaming memories that we had when we were kids. And I really hope to share some of these with my nephew Darren. Darren is my 2.5-year-old nephew, whom my brother unfortunately has left behind with us. We all love him to death. Looks just like him. It's gonna be just a little him running around. And that's gonna be fun. Can't wait till he's old enough to introduce him to his new best friend, Pikachu. That's gonna be great. We all like to speculate. You gonna play it from a PC? Capture. Well, actually, I have Vector Man on Steam, so I can actually stream it from the PC. So that's gonna be fun. And one game that when my nephew Darren is gonna be old enough to play, probably soon, actually. While looking at this thing, an old memory slapped me in the face that there was this old PC game from 1999. It's a Tonka truck construction game. And I did a quick Google search, and I think I can download it, and that would also be a fun game to stream. But the memories just came flooding back. He was always into big machines, big giant construction-based machines, earth movers, things that can dig things. Oh man, big trucks. He's also loved trains. He was a train fanatic. He knew his brand. He knew what he liked. He was very particular because he loved model trains. Loved the LGB train line. And watching him set up that train set with his son melts your heart. Just truly does. Love to see it. And right now, just we don't even know what to do with ourselves. Doing all this stuff. It's all going to my nephew, of course. It's all going to his son. Just right. Honestly. But when it came to large vehicles, yeah, he became a handyman. I wanted to say construction, but he was really more jack of all trades handyman. If you gave him a tool, he knew he could pick up on it, could tell you how it worked, what functions it would fulfill. Very varied and very mesmerizing like that, actually. You can read a schematic like nobody's business. Oh, I actually missed a game. That's so funny. Trevor the Tractor Engine. That's right, from Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh my gosh. That was another game. I don't think I have a copy of that on my hand. We had a Thomas the Tank Engine Super Nintendo game where, oh man, it was just, he liked working stuff. Oh yeah, he loved working on stuff. He could never be inside sitting down for too long. He lived in our garage growing up, our childhood home. He was always working on model cars, RC cars, something that was remote controlled, something that needed gasoline, something that needed a battery, something that went fast, vroom vroom. Come on, let's go. He was just so like that. So, and when he would sit down to play a game, he would be sitting down to play like ATV Off-Road Fury. Which these are fun, getting little racing games. I'm wrong. It's just like that's the kind of entertainment he was looking for, even when he was sitting down. Snowmobiling. I don't know if he had a jet ski, but I wouldn't have run it past him. You know what I mean? The motorcycle of the sea. Along with the snowmobile, which is the motorcycle this is now. It's a fun rock, paper, scissors. Turns fuel into movement. Yes, he loved that. Just could not sit still. And even if he was sitting still, he had to go fast. But I actually missed one game that when we were younger, when we were little, and Pokemon was the hot new thing that all kids wanted in like 1998. And Pokemon was a very particular game because up until that point, most kids could share a video game. It was 2-player. Okay, one person goes until you died, and then the next player would go till he died, and then he would lose and then you'd all be frustrated. He jet skied in St. Lucia. It sounds, I'm so glad you were here to point that out, because I couldn't prove it. But there's evidence. He's got stories. A man's a legend. But into this funny particular story. When he was playing Pokemon, this was the one game you really couldn't share as a kid. And that was so hard to explain to your parents without sounding like a brat. Because there's no way I didn't sound like a brat. It's like, why can't you just share the game? It's like, that's not how it works. It's like you have to go on your own event. You gotta pick your own favorite. And that's when I got my Pokemon game, which I already kind of knew how to play because of his. But he showed me. It was very nice. Super fun. And since every kid on the block had Pokemon, our parents had the bright idea of having us put our initials on the back of our game. So this is his copy. This was our mild child copy. So anytime the game couldn't be mistaken, couldn't be swapped for anything. It's like, no, and that was always just a good way of keeping track of everything. And I'm glad I have it as a memory. Lately I had an improvement on my shelving. I really wish you could have seen it. Last time I saw my stuff, I can't say he was particularly impressed. It was all kind of jumbled together. It was all... It's a shame. But that's okay. Well, I used to play Super Mario. That's such a nice memory. My mother couldn't play video games. So it's really nice that you have that gaming memory with your mom. Mom says we gotta find a 3-play... My mom said you'd have to find a 3-player game for you and your brothers. I remember that. It's a good thing fighting games like Smash Brothers and GameCube. Stories like that. But speaking of brothers, Kulut and I remember one time, he must have been in like middle school, high school. He had younger brothers, and they were just young enough to fool in a way, where we would be playing on the Nintendo GameCube, and we could just hand them the wrong controllers for a different system, and they wouldn't really question why nothing they were doing was working. And if they did, we would just be like, no, you're doing great. Don't even worry about it. You're handling this well. But that was always fun. Cause I'm sure my brother did the same thing to me at some point. Something along those lines. Do we even have enough controllers or something like that? Maybe. It's tough to say. Your mom put initials on your childhood cards because they would take him to school. That's really smart. Brandon was 4. He was just happy to be there. So true. Yeah. Let your brothers know that you love them. Everyone out here listening, just let your loved ones know that you care. Let them know what it is that reminds you of them. Little or large. I think they'd appreciate it. But one game that my brother knew back and forth was the Vector Man game for Sega Genesis. So I honestly thought it would be fun to play that ourselves. I just need to get that set up. And let's see. Game has like a wild intro, so. Actually, before I start the game, I'm gonna do some movie magic. Set up a green screen. That's all we need. Even my chair has a little green on it, just to make sure. One simple adjustment. Just like that, everything behind me is now invisible. And that's how I can be now invisible with the game behind me. Just gotta make sure. I'm gonna try and time this right so we can try and get the beginning. Might be a little loud. Oh no! Oh, I skipped the intro. That would have been... Honestly? Oh, can we do that again? Oh, skip the intro and all that. I kind of want to do that one. Let's... Round 2. Silly me. That's what happens when you press too many times. This is the most 1990s Sega room I've ever seen. Yeah, these are the classics, the good stuff. These kids today have no idea what this is. ask your dad kind of games. Who even are these characters? Oh, damn. How long this is. But they got to think everyone runs at each other. 16 years. Well, that one came in well. Just... AI won't let me type Vector Man. Oh, there it is. You just typed in... There it is. Victoria. There you go. Vector Man. There you go. See if I can adjust. Anyway. Just wanted to try that. So Steam actually lets us play Vector Man. Little intro screen has a little secrets where you can blow up a hidden TV right in the corner. Blow up the Sega icon. Always had a lot of fun running around this screen as a kid. Vector Man is honestly one of my favorite video game characters. He is all orbs. He is all green circles. He's got jet boots, and he makes the, like, high-pitched, the cutest, like this badass warrior who shoots lasers and has jet boots, but ow, ow, ow. I find that endearing. Wasn't Vector Man the original inspiration for Master Chief? I want to say that's true, but that could just be Wikipedia talk. Oh yeah. This game has a lot of electronic, cyberpunk. 1995, the best 1995 had to offer. It's 2049. The Earth's cities, forests, and ice caps are fouled with toxic sludge. Humanity has escaped to the stars, leaving mechanical orb bots to clean it up. Disaster. One powerful orb bot, Raster, oversees the cleanup through a planet-wide comnet. The tragedy strikes when an error attendant connected a salvaged nuclear bomb to Raster's master control circuits. What? Warhead was born, as he stands for tyranny, hatred, and oppression. By Warhead's decree, Earth is forged into an instrument of death for the returning humans. Just so in the year 2049, you telling me the machines have gone so terribly wrong that humanity has escaped to the stars? But there's one good machine. Vector Man lands his space barge after delivering a load of sludge to the sun. Unhindered by evil mind control, he will not rest until Warhead is defeated and the Earth is again free. So yeah, it would not surprise me if my man Vector Man was the one that inspired the design for Master Chief down the road. It's 1995, so kind of wants to start over. Do you like the TV bit here? But I had an idea. I was fiddling around. and I think this is better. We just saw what happened, Vector Man, and what? Stereo 1, Terraport. Now, level 1 has a lot of like hidden secrets and ways to get extra lives, and I only know some of them, but this game, my brother knew like the back of his hand. It was always amazing to watch him do like all the little bonuses. Little secrets. This game is so 90s that you shoot CRT monitors, even though it's the year 2049. But I always love the clouds in the background. This level always did give you a good vibe of being really high up with the wind. Wind being pushed by the... gotta take advantage of the camera. For 16-bit, this... very impressive. Oh! The more I'm seeing this, I am seeing the Master Chief vibe here. And that soundtrack. How do I raise the volume on the soundtrack? Audio settings. A little better. This music is just so... sound effects of the game, like... they are satisfying as well, and everything about this game is satisfying, but... explosions feel nice. The shake screen. Oh! This game is a great example of one that really... Bonus 5. Okay, that's my extra life bit. It's definitely a game that made me realize that I want to make my own game. It's one of the early ones. My memory of this game goes about as far as the ice level. Oh, this invisible stairs. I gotta be careful because they like to fuck with you here because it stops at some point. Oh, okay. There we go. So there's no way to actually see those very... Oh, the drill. This game is... it's kind of hard to talk and focus on what's happening. Yeah. Oh man, Vector Man is just so cute and endearing. Yeah. Little jet boots. Oh wait. Oh. And he juggles his own arm. That's fun. Oh, what happened to the... There we go. There we go, full screen. That's another good touching game design. The idle screen. Just him chilling. Kind of use my bonus power to show off his sweet idle animation. It was worth it. Still gotta blow up. There's plenty of CRT monitors to blow up. They don't make them like they used to. Yeah. Off to it. Look, we're at the end of the stage. Ah, there's bonus stuff and all the little crevices, but the guy knocked me out. But this is the level 1 boss. I remember how to fight him. He's only vulnerable in the center when he's open. He drops bombs, so I gotta be careful. The side bits, the side balance, hammers, mazes, wrecking balls. Parallax scrolling was great, came out with the Genesis game. Honestly, this was... Vector Man was, to my recollection, Sega's response to Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. Because Donkey Kong Country... Hang on. Man, an awesome explosion. This game knows its explosions, and it knows them damn well. But this game was the Sega's response to Donkey Kong Country, because that was a really intense. That was a really intense graphical sound, graphic design, sound design, music. Everything about that game was very well done. So Sega had to compete with that. So this was 95. This was just died. This is a short level, but it's tough. Keep this guy down. Shoot and jump. I do really enjoy. Whew. Every time you beat a level, you get that sweet riff. I have 1. There are 4 hit points. I only have 1. I have 2 lives, and I have the standard shot. The UI is clear in this game, honestly. Shows you how much time you have, how many lives you have, the points for whatever that's worth nowadays. Oh! Okay. Honestly, only have... So this is level 3? Let's see. We're getting pretty close to where my knowledge of this game kind of ends. But I'll do my best. This game is amazing. This truly sounds like a water level. Okay. Donkey Kong Country was a great game. Absolutely. Such a great game that Sega had to bust out the big guns and make this. Really was developed by, I think it was made by Blue Sky Entertainment, who went on to make a Spider-Man game for the Sega 32X add-on, which did not do well. It's highly collectible, but it's not a good game. It's called Spider-Man Web of Fire. And if I can ever get my hands on that game for a cheap price, but I wouldn't even be playing it to really be... I wouldn't own it to be playing. I'd own it to be rare. Just the best reason. Sorry if I'm mumbling. Maybe out of lives. It's 2049. Fuck CRT monitors. That's right, we gotta blow them all the hell up. It's a game that I really would be just... I could watch my brother play this game for hours. Just one of those things. Everybody's good at it. But he was really more the type. After a while, he was really more the type to be outside and be more hands-on and more cars and trucks and tools and that meant more games for me. There we go. There we go. Just got a bunch of bonus lives. Hell yeah. And I thought I would lose this game. Anybody in chat have game or maybe a show, book, comic that reminds you of a loved one? One here or past? One that you can still spend time with? One you wish you could spend more time with? It's certainly not easy. Since his passing, played it when you went to sleep. Oh yeah. So true. That makes sense, to be honest. As soon as I went to bed, you would play this and Super Mario and Sonic. Really, I say, you know, my games or Trevor's games, but really, our dad bought them because he wanted to play them. Which is a fun way to experience video games. He is a huge comic book nerd. He also enjoyed like figurine collecting, and comic collecting. So, with the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, we had a good handful of superhero Marvel DC video games that Trevor and my dad, we'd all play together. Ranging, oh, this is a good power-up. I don't want to waste it. Oh, I don't want to lose it. That was fun. We get you into gaming for Super Mario 3 for the NES. That's nice. Very nice. The NES was just a little before my personal time. I think my brother Trevor got to play NES at his friend's house growing up. But at home it was always Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and the Game Boy. And truth be told, it was his Game Boy. And I would get to use it when he wasn't. But thankfully we had the Super Game Boy growing up, which was a Game Boy attachment you can put into the Super Nintendo and play Game Boy games that way on the TV. So that was nice. I wonder if that was an early solution to not have to buy more than one Game Boy for every kid. Because there were 3 of us. So, you know, the oldest got a Game Boy. Sooner or later, and this is kind of like the star. Just kind of blows up. Nice. He got the original Game Boy. Big gray brick built out of this incredible 1980s, 90s technology, Intendium, which is a plastic that was so thick you could use it as a blunt object, as a murder weapon. You can drop it from multiple stories and it would barely do a dent. In a museum, there is a Game Boy. I think it's actually in the Nintendo World Center in Manhattan. They have a Game Boy that survived explosion. I completely forget the lore off the top of my head, but I've seen it. It works. It's completely melted. It's very impressive. They have Tetris on it. He always wanted the Super Game Boy growing up. The Super Game Boy was nice. I'm curious if that was an early attempt to not have to buy every kid their own Game Boy. So I was like, there, you can just play it on the TV. But sooner or later, you'll... Oh, nice. You know, my brother got the big brick. I remember I got the Game Boy Color with the transparent atomic purple see-through plastic, which was the best color. One of the best colors Nintendo has offered. Oh, this soundtrack. Damn, I just want to... I like Vector Man. I just want to chill here with Vector Man and just listen to this. Shit. Doesn't this music totally set the tone? I truly feel like it does. Like, these graphics. This is clearly the ice underwater level. That's okay. Everything's slippery. Oh, the Game Boy survived getting bombed in a war. If that doesn't say that they build a quality product, I don't know what does. In my humble opinion. If only we had kind of technology and ingenuity to build with material like that now. Cowards, I'd say. Still have my atomic purple Game Boy Color. With the want to put in a backlit screen, rechargeable battery. Oh yeah, that's the dream. Rechargeable battery and backlit screen. The SP was like that. That was fantastic. Favorite Game Boy. Folding screen to protect it. When the Game Boy was slowly... When Nintendo and the PlayStation were competing consoles, my brother really leaned more toward PlayStation games. But the point is, I had a Nintendo 64, and he and his friends would always come barging in my room and try to stop me from playing the game I was playing, which might have been something like, I don't know, like Super Smash Brothers or Donkey Kong, Star Fox, and so he and his friends could play GoldenEye 64, which is a great game, but it would be really annoying to get kicked out of your own room. And I remember taking the cartridge and throwing it out my window. And he was so upset with me for doing that. But that was when he had to get his own Nintendo 64. If we could just behave and share, we could have had a Nintendo 64 and a PlayStation. GoldenEye reminds me of Trevor so much. Absolutely. Well, do I not have GoldenEye? I should. Why wouldn't that be on my list of games from earlier that I was seeing? There's just too many. There's just too many games. I thought I had enough of a list to be like, yeah, these are games I remember playing with Trevor. I was like, oh, GoldenEye. That soundtrack, that was amazing. That'd be fun. Again. Ooh. PSP was so good. PSP was so good. Inspired Nintendo's handheld design for generations to come. Oh, absolutely. Until the Switch, which actually took a lesson from Sony, from the PSP. But I had a DS, and he had a PSP, and he was bragging about How he can go on the internet and he can watch movies. And the PSP had better graphics and whatever. I had a DS, but I had Pokemon. So, yeah. Always that. Always Pokemon. Always gotta put that into a factor. Jeez. I think now I can actually, now that I think about it, I can... A gaming confession of the past. Using this cartridge. No. That's a fun animation. I think he's fat. Whoa! That's fun. Oh, this is the boss fight. Before we get into the boss fight, gaming confession of the past. I think years ago, when I was really little, I think a friend of mine, our neighbor, his name was Carlos at the time, not to dox him, but, and I think he was looking at my brother's game, and I think I accidentally, without realizing, I saved over the progress. Like, he new gamed it. I saved because I thought that's what you just had to do with the game. I was always a panic saver. And I remember he came back to his profile and it was like gone. And he was so pissed. He swore he never touched the game again after that. And rightfully so. But then again, you can, in hindsight, you can always just start over. But yeah, this is my confession. It is my fault. He could have been more into gaming as a whole, but I think that might have been a major stopping point for him. I blame myself. Not sure if he knew that, but that's why I guess it's a confession now. On that note, boss fight. I think this is like a bear pterodactyl thing. This guy just has multiple forms. He flies. He's pretty cool. Sick design. The art. Look at this art. This game is such a mood. You are absolutely right. I remember how to do this. Come on! Oh god! Oh god! Just aim blindly and fire. Gotta get the pattern. This is usually as far as I can get in this game. This guy. I think he's even got a bear form, I think. Unless that's an entirely different boss fight. Just 2D, 16-bit gaming. Oh, gosh. Oh my. I think thanks to those invincibility frames, I only took 1 damage, but I got hit 3 times. Trevor, he got some of his own energy back. Unfortunately. I didn't save over his game out of any kind of maliciousness. I was just a dumb kid who didn't realize what I did was bad. Didn't realize that you don't need to save every time. I just thought it was just... You just save after a game. That's just what you do. Oh, there's the bear! Oh, God. Bear. There, I have 1 hit point and no extra lives. And I think I had to start from the beginning of the game. Woo! Oh, I did it! Oh my god, I did it! I shot the bear off screen just enough. I thought I was gonna lose there. Jeez. The Arctic Ridge, Day 5. I like how they call it Day 5, not no, Level 5, Stage 5. That was dangerous. Close up. Nope. Oh, got waterfall. The waterfall got me. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this is might be my knowledge of the game. As far as it goes. Oh yeah, these guys! Oh yeah, these robot walker dudes. Is this like a reference to Hoth from Star Wars? Probably. This game, it did come out in 1995, so... Thanks, brah. Laser. Gotta kill these mosquitoes. Oh god, they reappear off screen. Drop stuff. I guess it's only there to give a seizure warning. Jeez, these flashing lights and everything. Oh, machine gun! Nice. Uh-oh. This game, while it is advanced enough so that it's not just turning right until you see the victory music, until you hear the victory music and see the victory screen. You can go left, you can go right. This game has some exploration to it, which is pretty impressive. Cool. Sorry if I'm standing here dumb-faced. I'm just trying to survive. That's about it. Oh, come on. There we go. Man, how did he do it? Jeez. These are gaming reflexes I haven't used in years. This does bring back memory. Oh, absolutely. I'm honestly surprised I've made it this far without a game over and having to start from level 1. Because that's just how difficult games were back then. I'm trying to go down there now. This water effect. Really use some extra lives though. Is that one? Let me go up there. Oh god, it's a cannon! Is there a way up? Maybe that's a way down. Up. Hey, see, that's something, that's like a secret that my brother would have known how to reach. And I'm not sure if you can go back down from there. I think once you go up, you're kind of made the choice. And I'm not 100% certain. Jeez. Dude, actually scared me. What killed me? The spike floor? Oh man. What was that? 5 stages? Stick stages. Well, I wasn't expecting to beat the game. Oh, man. But I'm surprised I made it as far as I did on just one run. Just gonna take a moment to appreciate the music and the vibes. Oh, this is just the... This isn't me playing, this is like the demo of the game. Oh. Is the game explaining what to do? Oh. Yeah. The game was just, the game was just giving us a hint about the level 1 boss there. There's a screen where I can just play all the music. I'm sure of it. Oh man, you can tell this game is from the 90s because the difficulty isn't just easy, normal, and hard, or medium as opposed to normal. It's wicked, which is normal. Insane, which is hard, and lame, which is easy. It's so good. And what I have here is the music test and the sound test. We can go through it all. Well, we could try. We can say, well, we were on wicked difficulty. You know what? This may sound lame, but I kind of want to do it again. I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to do it on lame so we can see more of the game. But first... the intro. Oh, yeah. You see what I mean when I said you can throw this on for as a DJ for like a house party or even a rave, and you might be able to get away with it? Oops, we almost skipped one. Like, this is the info screen. This is like the select screen. This music is on Spotify, by the way. As is. I recommend it. Lame is still fun. That's a fun way of putting it. Yeah, we're gonna... Aw, oh, man, doesn't this better be what the year 2049 sounds like, am I right? When the orb bots have taken over. See, they're worried about OB when we're worried about AI. You know. Win? This certainly sounds like winning, doesn't it? Some of these tracks I haven't heard in ages. Shit. Brother, shit. That was amazing. Port. I think this is... Now we're on level 1 music. All that was... We weren't even in the game yet, technically. I also love that the icon for selecting something is just a bunch of orbs flying at the screen. This was Sega's... This is early attempt at 3D. Whoa, everybody. Little Mode 7. What's Mode 7? Ask your dad. Just throw everybody some glow sticks and we're good to go. Ocean. It certainly sounds like we're going in the ocean. Getting the sub, everybody. They were cooking in the studio with this one. With all of them, frankly. Oh, man. There's no way in my mind this did not in some way influence my brother's overall taste in music. What does a bunker sound like? Shit. See, I can listen to this music all day. It's just that good. Shit. And this screen entirely, look at all these colors. This is so 90s. 95, peak 90s technology. Where CRTs are still around, and I bet The Cure or The Virus is on a VHS tape or a floppy disk even. That's what the field sounds like, okay. Disco, train. Okay, it's only like 3 more. Disco. Oh, this is so good. I'm so glad this is an option for the game, because developers knew they couldn't lock this away behind kids not being able to beat the ice level like me. Oh yeah. Put me in charge of music, put me in DJ, I'm playing this. Disco. It was too soon. Even I was too lame for the drop. Okay, the train. Oh. Just listening to music like this. My brother would send me and my sister like hour-and-a-half long music remixes and stuff. Like something that could have been a 3-minute song, but like, you know, got stretched to an hour. We got sent the hour-long version of the song where it's like, you expect me to listen to this whole thing? And title. Alright, that was all the songs. And I think Disco was my favorite. They're all fantastic. Alright. Now that we've set it to difficulty lame, let's do this. Round 2. Lame Boogaloo. But if I can't beat it on lame, then I accept my fate as the younger brother who could just never beat this game. Or I'll just try again another time. It's 2049 and there's cities, forests, and ice caps are foul with toxic sludge. I'm just trying to go over the lore again. Humanity has escaped to the stars, leaving mechanical orb bots to clean it up. These are all metal 16-bit cutscenes. One powerful Orbot, Raster, oversees the cleanup throughout the planet-wide comm net. The tragedy strikes when, in error, attendants connect a savage nuclear bomb to Raster's master control circuits. An error caused. You know, so AI. AI accidentally did a whoopsie and strapped a nuclear bomb to an Orbot that hates humanity. Warhead was born. Get it? Nuclear bomb, warhead. He stands for tyranny, hatred, and oppression. Get it? It's a metaphor. By Warhead's decree, Earth is forged into an instrument of death for the returning humans. See, you can even tell by the evil smokestacks behind him that, yeah, fuck the Earth, and fuck organic life. Yeah, I'm Warhead. I'm a robot with a six-pack for some reason, and pecs. Even though robots don't need pecs. Vector Man doesn't care. Vector Man lands his space barge after delivering a load of toxic sludge to the sun, because my man knows what's up. Unhindered by evil mind control, didn't know Master was using mind control, he will not rest until Warhead is defeated and Earth is free again. See, he's all orb all the time. He doesn't care about no pecs or nothing. Y'all still here, still chilling? Let's do it! I appreciate everybody still sticking around this long. Okay. Oh wow, I got to keep my 5th hit points from my first run. That's generous. Not sure. That might be the Steam version of this game, because I don't think the cartridge was as forgiving. Well. Whoops. There are a few secrets, but oh wait, is it have more lives do I have more lives and health points because I set it to lame difficulty? Oh, here you go, lame-o. Get extra hit points and extra lives because this game is hard. I mean, I'll take it. I don't know why. I guess that means every game that has unlimited lives is just telling you, here you go, stupid. You can't lose our game. Or shouldn't be able to lose our game. Definitely blew that up too early, but I didn't want to die. Lame difficulty or not, it's working. Okay, last time, this guy smacked me right into the helicopter. We're already doing better. What? Oh, that is still better. Just a big jet. And I always interpreted the, those little... I always thought those were eyes on the jet. It turns out I think those are just like, engine bits. Propulsion engines. But it always kind of looked like he just had big goofy eyes to me growing up. Yeah! Pose for victory! Oh yeah, let me hear that sweet riff for victory. Oh yeah. Whoa! Nice. 6 lives. Wow, I don't know if I ever had that many. Thanks, lame difficulty. I wonder... something just occurred to me, though. Video games during the 8 and 16-bit era and arcade era really, I mean, honestly, even games today, but it was really, they started back here. If you have your game set to the easiest difficulty setting, you don't get, beating the game doesn't show you the real ending, or like, something like that, you know? You know, like, I remember specifically Contra 3 for the Super Nintendo is a game that you play, or I think even Super Ghost of Gold, but yeah, Contra 3 is a game I know that if you, unless you play on hard difficulty or medium, so it actually wouldn't shock me if this game did something very similar. But I don't know. We're gonna find out together, aren't we, huh? Oh. I remember this part. I can blow up the bunker here. Oop. Fish. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream. It's all still coming in well. One thing